drop that beat. Yeah, I got that. I just said that. That was just the intro.
Yeah, man. What's going on? It's been a week since our last podcast.
Mm-hmm.
We forgot to kidnap a girl from Starbucks, and so it's just you and I today again.
Yeah.
There's a handful of people I want to contact.
Mm-hmm.
I've been wanting to do a podcast with, and I do need to go out of my way to like contact people. Not because I don't like our random podcast, more because I also want to get into some deep ass topics. Like I thought our pornography podcast was good. I thought the one from last week, the breast implants one, was good.
Yeah.
But I also want to get into those deep topics more often. You know what I mean? Because I think people also are probably like, their podcast really goes nowhere and discusses nothing, just random stuff.
I think we discuss very important things.
I think so.
Yeah, such as what kind of porn I'm watching.
Okay, that's always useful, I suppose.
Why that dude put his dick in that McChicken. What makes you a hoe? That's very
always
important.
Informational,
That's
right?
always good information.
Yeah, okay. I'm just mean like there's always some time to fit in some deeper, you know.
We talked about that college thing where that they thought that dude was racist.
Yeah, we don't agree with that. I don't agree. I found out that was a year ago, by the way. I guess I'm just behind on these current events. But whatever.
It's news to me. I don't watch the news because, you know.
You watch the news more than I do.
The only news I used to watch was DeFranco, and I don't even watch DeFranco anymore because his things are too long. Like, I got 10 minutes of my day. But yeah, man. Although we had some interesting events happen to us today.
Yeah, you want to tell them about the time, what we experienced today? So we went to go eat right before this.
Yeah. So what we normally do, go eat. We normally go to the Chipotle.
Chipotle?
Yep. Head over to Chipotle, right? So we park, and because you got to park to go to Chipotle, of course.
Unless you know you got a bus, which I'm not hating on anybody riding the bus.
Hey, you can. I mean, technically, you can bike. You can walk over there.
You know, whatever.
You can skateboard. You
whatever,
can.
Yeah, you can. A lot of ways. A lot of options.
You can teleport over there. Wormhole.
If you're Casey Neistat, you know you can boost port in there.
You can do whatever you want, however you want to get there. But anyway, so we saw this dude. He kind of pulled up at the same time, and it was a dude and a chick, and the dude looked.
Okay, but don't just.
I'm not gonna give you the whole.
Don't
situation.
glance over. Describe these people.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna give you the whole situation.
So they drove up in their BMW.
Yeah. Okay. It was a BMW. All right.
Be very specific, though.
You want all the details?
I want them.
I know you get mad at me sometimes. I give too many details.
I want them to visually be able to see this.
It was a white BMW.
What are you talking about? It was not a white BMW.
It was a white BMW.
It was not a white BMW.
What was it?
It was like a maroon BMW. It was dude, we walked right by it. It was not a white BMW.
I thought it was white.
It was, dude.
Maybe I was looking at another one.
You gotta get your eyes checked. It was
right.
like a maroon BMW. Next thing you know, you're gonna tell me you thought they were Mexican.
No.
So describe these people.
All right. First, the dude is a little bulky. Might be on some
Testosterone.
a little bit, just a little bit. Once again, I'm not hating if you do that. You go ahead and do that. Do all of it you want to do. And then his shirt's a little
tight.
A little tight in the areas.
A little tight.
You know. Got them dress pants on. Those are a little tight too. Little snug.
I didn't notice the snugness on the pants there.
Yeah, because I was like, why are you going to Chipotle?
Yeah,
Chipotle
I agree.
So dressed up, and his girl was dressed up too.
She was dressed up, and she was. I'll describe her. I guess she had like a longer kind of single piece dress. I guess it's not a two piece dress, right? So it was like a long kind of summery dress, but more formal than casual.
It was very formal.
And she was wearing
Chipotle.
like a nice kind of gold looking watch, but like a pink gold, but she also had like the matching bracelets and like other accessories. And I didn't think they were going to go to Chipotle. I thought they were going to go to the nice little ice cream place next door.
Or I thought they were going to, what is it?
The pita place?
Pita place. I feel like you'd be that dressed up if you're going to a pita place.
That pita place is a little bit more sit-downy versus Chipotle.
Or even Wobble Girl, I guess, maybe?
No, Wobble Girl's like the McDonald's of
fat of healthy food
of grilling. I don't know, but it's not. It's so like, you know how McDonald's is like a fast food, and Chipotle is kind of like a fast food, but it's a more upscale fast food. I feel like the pita place is slightly higher than Chipotle, but not like Cheesecake Factory.
All right, so they're walking, and we're following in. Well, we're following them because we're going to the same place. And we're like, man, these people really dress up to be here. Like, what's going on?
Yeah, where'd they come from?
They on a date? Why are they even here? Like, I mean, that's cool if you go on a date. I've gone on a date as well. They get food during the date, whatever. That's cool. And I haven't been in my business attire going in there.
That was weird.
Whatever. So we get in there, and random fact, apparently Chipotle was out of guac for the second day in a row.
Tell me. I was a little pissed off about that.
So they're in line in front of us, and we're in back, and I can already just tell that dude was just aggro.
I could tell that dude was aggro because he was facing the front of the line, like he was waiting to go. And I don't know if he was angry at the line and how slow it was going, or maybe our comments. I don't know. But he was facing forward and like giving his back to his girl. Yeah. And his girl was like facing forward too, but like he like... when you stand with someone and even if you give their back, like you still have some sort of eye contact. He had like his arm on the rail thing, so he was like literally like blocking her away. It was weird. Their chemistry was weird.
Yeah,
and they didn't say much to each other.
No, they didn't really say. Even on walking over there, they didn't say anything to each other. And so we're there. And granted, the Chipotle was taking a little bit longer than they needed to probably. But I mean, that's not as long as we waited. It's probably about 10 minutes. Maybe 15.
Okay, the way I would describe that line is that it was half of the full line, but it was going as slow as if it was full. Like, they were really slow, but
whatever. And also, I think they were new people, so hey, whatever.
Yeah, they're new people.
I mean, it hadn't been the worst line we've been in. We waited way longer for Chipotle. So.
Oh, yeah.
And so we're just talking about random stuff like we do when you wait in Chipotle. But so they get to like the front right before they order, and the dude just goes full roid rage, and he just gets pissed off, and he's just like,
I'm still trying to think about why.
I don't know. I guess they were taking no, he didn't really say anything. He wasn't like, oh shit, Susan, go fuck yourself, I don't want to eat here. He didn't say anything. He was just like, oh, I'm leaving. And he didn't say that. He just was like, oh, he just made that noise, and then he pulled out his wallet. This is the funniest shit I've ever seen. I've ever witnessed. If I somehow have memory loss when I'm older, I won't forget this. He pulled out his wallet, and he's gonna give her money, right, to pay for Chipotle, because I guess he's going somewhere else because they're taking too long. So he pulls out his wallet. He opens up his wallet. First thing, his wallet isn't. All his cash isn't in like the fold. The fold. It's
like he's got a bifold. Yeah, he's got a bifold wallet, which means that it opens up like a book. And usually that'll split from the top, and you can slip the money.
Put your money in there. Like
but he had the money just sitting like folded in the middle.
Yeah, it was a wad, all right? And you're like, oh man, this dude got a wad.
It was a pretty fat wad. It was a pretty fat wad.
You're like, what's he got in there? Well, I saw because we were right in front of him. He had nothing but like ones.
He had like ones, and he had to go through a couple fives.
He had a couple fives, then he had one $10 bill in there. So he gave her the $10 bill.
Yeah, it's not like he had stacks of hundreds.
No, 50s. He was looking for hundreds. No, he had at least a few ones, a few fives, and one $10.
He had about $25 in ones, and then he had about $25 in fives. I didn't even see no 10s or 20s.
I saw 110. He gave her 110. The only 10 in there. I don't think
he gave her a 10. I think he gave her like 2 5s and like.
No, he gave her a 10.
Really?
I saw it because I go, that's the only 10 in there. He didn't give her that. And then he gave it to her, and then I think he must give her a 5 or $1. I'm assuming he had to give her $1 because
he's like, just in case it's a little bit more.
Just in case a little bit more, and so he just like and then he's gonna give it to her, and I go, okay, maybe. They were taking long. Okay, I understand. Understandable. Maybe he wanted to go eat one of the other places we have over there. Okay, also understandable. And so I thought he was going to hand it to her nicely. He just throws the money at her. Like, literally like you would throw it at a stripper. He just throws it at her.
Yeah, it was really
and that aggressive. Was awkward. That was awkward as hell, man.
He was like... And it wasn't... like here you go, babe, let me give you this money so you can buy your food because I'm gonna go like across the street and get a burger or something. Like it was a very aggressive, like, fuck this place, and he grabbed the money, and I almost wonder if I saw this in my own mind and it didn't really happen, but it seemed like he gave her the money, and when he did that, like she almost didn't grab it right, and he almost kind of like pushed it on her.
Yeah,
pretending?
No, that's what happened. He was gonna give it to her, like pretend like you're getting money. Everybody at home or listening to this, pretend like you're getting money out of a wallet or out of your purse. You know how you pick it up with your like finger and your thumb?
Pinch it, yeah.
Yeah, you pinch it. And he would like you give it to somebody. You're like, here's your $5 or here's your $10. Like you're buying something. He didn't pinch it. He like grabbed it and was like, here. He like flicked it at her.
Like kind of pushed it onto her.
Yeah, he kind of like
hand.
flicked
Not
it
onto her body. Not like don't picture he threw her back, but
no.
Like
she had her hand out.
Yeah,
and he like kind of flicked it at her, pushed it at her. I don't know how else to describe. Maybe like when you see a card dealer like throwing cards. Like dealing cards, he kind of did that motion almost.
Yeah, just not like throwing the money at her,
Yeah.
but like pushed it onto her hand.
Yeah, he pushed it on her, and
then,
she almost still didn't like get it right because I don't think she was expecting that either because it kind of like shuffled around a little bit, but she grabbed it.
Yeah, and then he just like left.
Yeah, he left super aggro, just like ah. And then he just disappeared.
Yeah, and I felt bad for her.
Yeah.
And then at some point you were talking shit in the line, and I was like, oh, I feel bad. I don't want her to start crying in the middle of this line.
Well, like, come on, man. That's a little much.
Yeah, but it's not her fault. At least maybe it is or isn't. Who knows?
It might be.
Maybe she said some shit and pissed them off.
Hey, maybe. I don't know. That was just awkward. That's just some awkward shit.
Yeah, man, that was awkward. And well, the worst part for me was the fact that she got done, she got her food, and then she sat down and ate it.
Yeah, she sat down and ate, and I thought the dude was gonna come back with like his burger.
Yeah, so did I. Or I thought the vice versa. I thought she was gonna take her food to go and meet him wherever he went, but she just like literally sat there and ate all of her food and like put it like by herself, and like the inner white knight in me felt bad for her. I felt bad because I was like, man, I feel. Like, that guy was an asshole to her. Like, maybe she deserves it. Maybe she doesn't. But you still feel bad.
Yeah.
A little bit of me was like, let's go eat with her or something so she doesn't feel bad or whatever. But who never know. Maybe she's like, no, I don't want my road rage boyfriend to come over here and just start turning into the Hulk and ripping away the stools and tables.
He might have.
Going full WWE on these tables.
He might have.
Yeah, that was awkward,
I don't know where I don't know where he went. He never came back.
She eventually just got up and left.
Yeah, she got up and left after she got done eating. And I thought we'd see them again in the car, but they were gone already by the time
by the time we got out there, their car was gone.
So I assume maybe she wanted Chipotle, and then he was like, I'm not hungry. I had a Royd sandwich earlier. I'm good for a while. And then he was waiting in there in line with her, and he was like, fuck it, I'm going to go to the car. Listen to my Backstreet Boys. Shit's still fire.
To me, like, it almost comes off like maybe he was hungry too, but she was like, all right, let's go to Chipotle. And then maybe, and this is all in my mind, the way I think it's played out. But then she was like, they were both hungry, but she's like, I want Chipotle. And then he started waiting, and then he got impatient. He's like, let's go somewhere else. And she's like, no, I want Chipotle. And then he was just like, oh, here, you have your fucking Chipotle. And oh, damn, I cussed. He gave her Chipotle money, and he just dipped to go get a burger or something. I don't know, man. But I don't know, man. I felt a little weird. Like, that was a funny but a slightly weird situation. Unlike the time we went to the bar, where that was just straight funny.
That was hilarious. Yeah, tell me what happened at the bar.
Okay, so at the bar, we're watching a UFC fight, and we're at the bar.
That's what we do.
And I remember we sat in this booth where it was kind of like in the entrance because we were waiting for a table. And this guy comes in with probably his wife or his girlfriend or whatever. And they come in. And you know when you see TV shows or maybe, high school is a better example. You know in high school when you see somebody that's a really close friend of yours and it's usually a female and the girl's like, oh, hey, how you been? And then she greets you with like a hug.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I haven't seen you in a while. Or, hey, you're a regular. Or maybe some of you that frequent the strip clubs and there's dudes that like go to the strip club all the time and other girls are like, hey, Steve, good to see you again. And I haven't seen you since lunch.
Yeah.
It was like that. So she goes to give the dude a hug. And I just remember vividly, I don't know why I kept my eye on this couple, but I remember after she gave him the hug, they talked for a second or two, and the wife was just, or the girlfriend was just sitting there standing, hearing them or something. And then eventually the waitress leaves. And then I remember the wife / girlfriend was just like, she was not happy.
She was not. happy that they knew that dude.
Yeah, he was like, what? And so I don't know if she was like, who's that girl, or how you guys know each other, or what, or maybe she said something she shouldn't have said. And I remember them going outside, and they're like talking outside of the bar, and they just did not seem happy with each other. They're like maybe yelling or something. And at this point, that became way more entertaining than the UFC fight. And I just kind of kept staring, and I'm like, what's going to happen here? And then eventually I just saw her walk away back to her car, and then he came back in.
Yeah, he came back in. He was like, "Nah."
I was like, "I'm staying here.
I gotta say goodbye to all my homies here."
That's hilarious, man. That one was funny.
That was funny.
That one was
See,
was
that's
straight
funny.
entertainment.
That's funny because it wasn't aggressive in any way. That's just like a couple dispute that like I could see happening, but.
Well, this one was a couple dispute too, but that guy
this was aggressive couple dispute. This was
like,
uncomfortable. Like that's not uncomfortable. That's funny. This was uncomfortable. Like he just threw that money out like she was a stripper he just picked up.
Yeah, man. A little bit of me also wanted to ask him, like, where are you guys coming from? You guys are way too dressed up for this. This is Chipotle. This isn't like even like Olive Garden. I'm like, all right, this would be okay for Olive Garden, but it's not okay for like Chipotle. That's a little weird.
I assumed they were just going somewhere because we were over there like what? 6?
Is there a game tonight or something?
5:30. Yeah, 5:30. So it was. I figured they were just starting off their night.
How are you yawning, dog? You just had coffee.
She was water to me, son.
You need to stop drinking coffee.
I only have it on Mondays and Saturdays when I'm here.
So yeah, no, that was weird.
Yeah. And then other weird thing. A lot of weird shit happened to us this Saturday.
What else happened?
So we went to Walmart, right? Because I wanted to go find a Funko Pop figure. You needed actual
stuff,
things to live on. I think some people call them groceries or something. I don't know. Whatever. So we're going in there, and we parked kind of far away because we hate people. So we're walking up to Walmart, and then it's just I could tell they were trying to sell us something. I could tell these people were going to
sell us something, yeah.
And so I was like, here we go. Always at that Walmart. Always. It's like the 10th time somebody has stopped us to sell something or tell us about their God, to worship their Millennium Puzzle or whatever.
The Drowned King.
Yeah. So anyways, he this two chicks this time. So the one chick is like, "Hey, can we tell you about our Lord and Savior?" Like, "Oh, Jesus." Like, no. Did you know in the Bible it tells that there's a Holy Mother? And at this point, I'm like, the fuck are you talking about?
A little bit of me.
And I was like, keep going. I want to hear more.
A little bit of me wanted to just have you deal with it, like just to have you talk to him, so I could just sit back and be like, he's my representative.
I was almost like, I'm good. I worship the Lord of Light.
You're like, I worship.
The night is dark and full of terrors.
It's like, I believe in my Lord and Savior, Jamie Lannister. Like, I believe in my Lord and Savior, Daenerys Targaryen.
Whose tits are so perfect.
That's who I believe in. She's going to be the savior of this world.
I also
that or Jon Snow.
I also believe in my god, Khal Drogo. How dare you?
And his horse god.
How dare you mock him in any way? But yeah, she was telling us about the mother
and how that and God or Jesus are going to come together and make some sort of millennium puzzle.
Yeah, I don't know. That was weird. And I was like, I don't remember them covering that in the Bible. But they only had like one, because they give us a card. They only had like one Bible verse to back up their whole explanation. I'm like, you are aware, like the rest of that Bible talks about some other dude too, right? Like,
to me, if I had more time and I really gave more shits, I would set up a camera and then call Dr. Strange on speakerphone and have them discuss it on speakerphone and just film it.
That'd be funny.
I was like...
That's weird. I was really weird.
A little bit of me was like, is this some sort of feminist thing?
It felt like a feminist thing. I'm like, how are you finding a mother in the Bible?
Maybe it's Mother Earth.
I don't know. I was going to be like, so you worship Captain Planet, but I didn't want the feminists to get mad. I'd be like, no, it's Mother Planet. Thank you.
Yeah, that was weird. I was like, wow, new religions are still popping up, huh?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's our religion, dog. The religion of Yu-Gi-Oh.
I worship the Millennium Puzzle.
The Millennium Puzzle.
I think that's what
Get tax deduction.
Yeah.
Let's worship the Church of Imagination.
We should. Like all bow before the mushroom iron.
The mushroom iron. Jeez.
It's right there looking at me.
It's just about right.
Was it the forest iron?
That's about right. The forest.
Yeah, it's mushroom iron.
Yeah. It's what is it? So many of them.
Thunder iron, lightning iron.
I think it's thunder, lightning,
forest iron.
Whirlpool iron. I don't know, man. So many of them.
This dick iron.
You gotta play that game, man. We haven't played those in a while.
Yeah. All right. What else happened? Oh, I'm gonna tell everybody because I'm trying to take a survey to see if I got a reason to be mad or not.
Okay, tell them your story.
Because you brought up Doctor Strange. Okay. So I got tickets to a baseball game, right? Everybody. Okay. And I got them through work, and normally they don't give. I'm surprised they gave me the tickets because I'm not a full teacher, but they gave them to me because everybody likes me because I'm chill like that. So I got some and I invited Dr. Strange over. He's my pastor who looks like Dr. Strange. And so I invited him too and his son. And it was my sister. You couldn't go because you had to go do something.
Yeah.
So I had to invite him. So anyways, I gave him the tickets earlier and he was just going to meet me over there. And I said, okay, that's cool. And so me and my sister got over there like at 6:40, whatever time. And I was like, that's weird. This dude ain't here yet. I don't know where he's at. I'm like, I wonder if he got robbed. He is kind of soft like that. And I'm like, where is this dude? And so it was like 7:15 already. I'm like, where is this dude at? Like, he must have got robbed or he's just super late. He's super late too all the time. So that was nothing new. And so like 7:20 comes around and he finally texts me. He's like, oh, hey, man, we got upgraded tickets. Me and my son are down here by the dugout.
He's like, we're sitting next to the pitcher inside the batter's box.
Yeah, they were. That's exactly where they were. And I'm like, that's cool, man.
Thanks for letting me know.
But you're supposed to be meeting me here. Tell that homie that gave you those tickets to get you 2 more. He's like, oh, okay, I'll check. And literally, like 30 seconds later, he's like, yeah, we're coming back up. I'm like, no, stay down there. Yeah.
So, but why did he say he's coming back up?
Because he knew. Because I was like, well, what are you going to do? He's like, oh, we're going to stay down here for a while. I'm like, okay, we'll just stay down there then. And he's like, no, we want to come to be with you. I'm like, well, you took those tickets without thinking of me, so what does it matter?
By that point, you sound kind of salty.
He got there at 6 o'clock.
What time did the game start?
6:40.
Why did he get 40 minutes early?
Because he wanted to have his kid play around in that jungle gym thing they have there. So they give him the tickets super early. And my whole thing is not that they gave him upgraded tickets. My thing is that he told me like an hour later after the fact. And it's like, I've known the dude for a long time. And I would think that he would like have common courtesy to be like, oh, hey, man, they gave me tickets, upgraded tickets. They can't give you anything.
Okay, so I see your point on that one. Like if that was us, right, and I got there early for some reason, let's say I went from work or whatever, I would be like, hey, dude, I would definitely try to get you tickets. So I would definitely be like, hey, I got 2 more people coming. Can I get like 2 more tickets so they could stay with me down here, right? They're running late or whatever. I would definitely do that. I'm not convinced he did that for you.
No, I'm not convinced he did that for me.
But let's say he did, right? Let's give him the benefit of the doubt. I wouldn't be mad at him for just sitting down there because he got the better tickets.
No, that's not what I'm mad at him about.
But I would be mad that he just waited to tell you.
Yeah, that's what I'm mad about.
I'd be like, hey, man, can just letting you know I'm going to be down here. Maybe he was just ashamed or something. I don't know. A little bit of me would just think, hey, man, I'm down here. I got bumped up. They didn't give me any more tickets. I asked them for you, and they didn't get any more tickets. Hope you're okay with it or whatever.
Yeah, see, that's not what he said. I can literally read you the text message he said. He didn't say anything about that. He's like, they gave me and my son upgraded tickets. I was like, okay. Well, how about me and my sister? You're supposed to be here with us. He's like, oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean...
And I'm like, okay, once again, that's fine if they gave that to you because Like, I can't be mad at you for, like, winning the lottery. I can't be mad at people for doing that. I mean, you can. You're just selfish if you do that. But, like, that's fine. If they picked you, that's fine. If they picked you at random, that's cool, man. Like, but my thing is, like, you should at least inform me about it. Not wait till an hour after it happened and then think of me after the fact. Because we're supposed to be such good friends.
Yeah, that's why I definitely say it is unfair that he didn't tell you right away. Because I would have definitely told you right away.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I don't know what to tell you. Doctor Strange has always been a little shady to me.
Yeah, he's a little opportunistic. He takes what you give him.
Yeah, that's why I've never liked Doctor. Let me rephrase that. That's why I don't trust Doctor Strange. How about that?
Yeah. Does he ever give you his? Doesn't he owe you some sort of piece of paper? I feel like you made some sort of donation to him, and then
let's not talk about that.
And then he.
Because if I ever see him again, I'm definitely gonna have some choice words with him.
And then he never gave you what he promised he would give you.
Yeah. By now, whenever he gives me that paper, if he ever does, he's gonna have to write down that I donated $2.3 million to the church, and I should just not ever pay taxes for the rest of my life.
I think that was 2 years ago. I think that was 2014 tax return.
Jeez, man.
Maybe 15, possibly. It's been a while.
Yeah, so that just means that if or ever he asks me to do anything for him, I get the right to just tell him to go suck on a lollipop for a while.
Yeah, you can tell him to go suck on the eye of Agamemnon or whatever.
There you go.
Like, listen, you go fight Dormammu in your hell dimension all you want.
Don't ask me for help.
Don't ask me for help anymore.
Yeah, man, I just...
So, that's what happened with that. So, you leave a comment down below. You tell me if I have a right to be mad. I feel like I do. And once again, it's not because of the tickets. That's fine. Like, that's cool, man. I besides the fact, I think that's really cool that they gave him upgrade tickets. They just pulled people out of random. Apparently that happens at Diamondbacks games. I need to go to more Diamondbacks games, apparently, because they pull people out at random and just like, hey, here's
probably because he was also there pretty early, right?
Yeah, he said he got there like at 6, which is my backup proof. I'm like, well, you could have told me like any time between 6 and 6:30 of when it happened.
Yeah, that's
because you were definitely there before the game started. Because the game started at 6:40. I think me and my sister got in the stadium at 6:40 because the guy in front of us kept setting off the metal detector. And part of me was like, well, this is how I die right here. This dude got a bomb on him. But no, I think it was just like his earrings. He had those stud earrings, like those big ones. So I think that's why I kept going off. But so by the time we got sat down, the game had started. It was already like 6:50. So,
yeah, I mean,
come on, man.
I do think that there should be a way to let you know ahead of time. You know what I mean? Like they should have said something, especially how he was so far, not ahead, but he was there so earlier than you.
Yeah, which that to me that's a surprise too because he had he's always running late, like always running late. But yeah, that's what happened with that. So, I mean, our tickets weren't the best because they were free, so they was like the third tier up there. I mean, they were you can see everything pretty good. There's not too many bad seats in that place, really. So,
well, I mean, I gave you my tickets because I got free tickets for those too. But
yeah, your tickets actually were like my sister pointed them out because she looked it up. It was about like 1 or 2 sections to the right of us, so it was more in front of home plate, but it was in the same third tier area. So that was cool. And actually, I had 6 tickets, and I had was gonna invite you, and him, and probably his kid both his kids, but I know you don't really like Doctor Strange, so I was like, you can sit this one out. But then you said you couldn't go, so I was like, well, I'll invite him anyways.
Yeah. I can't. How long was that game? You said it was like 4 hours.
3 hours. Don't be over dramatic. It was 2 hours and 50 minutes. So yeah.
Yeah, man. That sucks. I do agree, though. He should have said something. I'm not mad that he went early, I suppose, or went early and got better tickets. But at the same time, it's like that sucks.
Yeah, like you can tell me. That's the whole thing. I don't want to be an afterthought. That like bothers me. I mean, it like bothered me so hard last night I couldn't even watch Pornhub. That's how distraught I was about this whole thing.
You seem a little salty there, dog.
I'm still a little bit salty. We're supposed to be pretty decent friends, man. You know, I just left my old church, helped him build a church from the ground up. Whatever. Whatevs.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you on that one, dog. I don't know what to tell you on that one.
That's what I get for worshiping the Millennium Puzzle. We worship that big eye from Lord of the Rings, that big fire eye.
What's his name?
Sauron. That's what we worship.
Yeah.
So that was my week, man.
I don't have any stories to tell you like that. You seem like you got a lot of stuff going on there.
Hey, man. It's been an eventful week. Pretty eventful. Any other random topics you got? That was my big topic, was just that.
Any topics I have? No, we're going to be posting hopefully some videos on your channel soon, which is actually cool.
We will do that, yes. I'm going to do them all tomorrow, in fact. I planned it out.
What are you talking about?
I planned out that I'm going to spend most of the day tomorrow getting those done.
Well, there's much you got to get done at this point since they're editing.
But I'm lazy, so that's why I'm like, I'm going to do it tomorrow. Because if I don't do it tomorrow, then I won't do it all week.
Well, you also got to plan how often you're going to upload them.
Well, these podcasts come out on Monday, so probably Tuesday. Although Tuesday. Tuesday, because I'm going to try to do flash recaps and stuff again.
You should do Luke Cage recaps.
Oh man, that was a good show.
Don't spoil that for me. I haven't watched it yet.
That Misty Night though.
I gotta play. I gotta watch that show. I've been watching Stranger Things.
Is that good?
It's interesting so far. I mean, I've been watching it. A little bit of me is like, some elements of some stuff going on here that reminds me of Fringe. So, it's hard not to be like, hey, why are you stealing Fringe's stuff?
Yeah.
But yeah. I don't know yet. It's still too early. I'm like 3 or 4 episodes in. So it's good so far.
Interesting. Yeah. Some girl I met at Starbucks said it was really good.
Yeah, I gotta watch that. But then I'll watch Luke Cage, hopefully.
Luke Cage is good, man.
I also want to go back and watch like Clone Wars and stuff.
Oh, yeah. Clone Wars is so good.
Oh, and the new one, the Rebels.
Rebels? Don't watch season 1. Just start season 2.
Will I remember?
Yeah, you should. Season 1 of Rebels
makes sense.
Yeah, season 1 of Rebels is just like for little kids. Season 2 gets darker and it's actually a story that you can follow.
What season is it on now?
3.
Oh, okay.
Oh man, it's gonna be fire tonight.
Tomorrow is gonna be fire. Well, by now it's gonna be the day after. Well, 2 days after. But Dragon Ball Z this week, Dragon Ball Super they're gonna talk about who Black is, dog.
I know who it is. I'm gonna look it up right now. In fact.
No, fuck you. Don't ruin it for me. No.
I'm gonna look it up. I gotta see if I'm right because I think it's Captain Ginyu.
I told you that from the beginning.
I told you that from the beginning.
No, fuck that. I told you it's Captain Ginyu stealing Goku's body. I told you that. Don't pretend, dog.
What's your proof? What is your proof?
You don't gotta let it kick it. You don't gotta let it kick it.
No, I said it was Captain. I told my sister when we watched it. I go, it's Captain Ginyu.
I told you like 4 months ago.
Yeah, it's when all this started 4 months ago. So yeah, you think we get an episode every week? It's been like a month break.
I told you it was Captain Ginyu because he was like, "Oh, you dirty Saiyans," or whatever he said when he was like pissed off with the Saiyans. And I think it's Goku's body with the poison heart thing, and then it's also Captain Ginyu taking over because he's the only one that could take over minds, right?
See, yeah, bodies. It was, and I thought it was Captain Ginyu right when they got there, and he looked around, and was like, "Hey, Vegeta's here." The fuck you mean Vegeta's here? How do you know who Vegeta is?
Yeah.
And I was like, it's Captain Ginyu.
But the weird thing is also like, because the whole thing about Captain Ginyu is that he took his body over one time, but then he couldn't unlock the power or whatever that Goku had. So the question is like, has he been able to take over that that part? Like, has he been able to unlock the power?
Yeah.
So that's the question. But
because I think towards the end of the fight on Namek, oh man, we're going deep. I think towards the end of the fight on Namek, when he was fighting the three of them, I think he was starting to get more figuring out how to use it. I think is what it was. Starting to figure out how to use the body. So I'm assuming if he had more time, he would have figured out how to use the whole thing.
Is it weird that when I breathe like really deeply in, the left testicle kind of hurts a little bit?
Yeah, man. That's not right, yo. Why does your left nut hurt?
I don't know. I went to have a physical at my
he
doctor
squeezed it too hard.
No. He I don't know. Ever since I came out of there, maybe I'm just overthinking my testicles here.
Well, you should be able to feel it when you breathe. Some big ass nuts.
Yeah, it still reminds me of that scene from Daddy's Home. If you guys haven't seen that movie's hilarious.
Is that what it was when you went to the doctor?
Like that. It was just like that, guys.
It's like, hey, can you lift up that giant elephant trunk?
I was like, hold on, doc. I might need to get my upper body strength prepared for this movement. Like, have you ever tried to pick up a 45-pound dumbbell off the ground not prepared? Yeah, it hurt doing that.
Yeah.
But anyways, back to your point. Yeah, you know what I think is going to happen? I'm going to say this now on the record because otherwise some people are going to cop my shit. Mm-hmm. I think what's going to happen is that Goku Black, whatever, and the green Kai guy, what's that guy's name?
Yeah, whatever, Green Kai.
Yeah. I think that guy is still going to be, those guys are still going to be stronger than Goku and Vegeta and...
Beerus?
I think they might be stronger than, not stronger, but I think by now they've wished immortality from the dragon. And so I don't think they're going to be able to kill him. But did you see last week's episode? Where like they meet up with them when they're having tea and then Beerus just like holds up his hand and he's like, peace the fuck out, son. And he's like, pa-ta-ta-ta-chow.
I was like, oh damn, I didn't know he could just wish people out of existence.
It's just like, peace out, yo. But once again, you know, that doesn't affect the future.
Yeah.
And I think the problem, you know what I think is happening? I think that Trunks, you know what I think is happening? First of all, I don't think that, okay, so the Trunks that came from the future, is some straight nerd talk. The Trunks that came from the future during the Cell Saga had purple hair. And the one coming in here is blue hair. And there's always been a discrepancy, and everybody's always talked about that, like the Bulma having purple hair and blue hair. And on one specific Dragon Ball movie, Bulma had purple hair because Toriyama thought it was whatever. And there's always been a discrepancy, and there might be like a little Easter egg in the fact that there's different color hairs. But what if he didn't mess up with Trunks? And what if what's happening is that, so well, you didn't see the first couple episodes of Dragon Ball Super, but they had the giant tournament, and at the end, the tournament, whoever won the tournament would take the Universal Dragon Balls or whatever they are, and in the end, Beerus won, and what he ended up wishing for, they were like, oh, what did you wish for? And he didn't tell them, but what he wished for was that his brother, the fat Beerus, that he would get his Earth back. Because I guess in his universe, the Earth got blown up somehow. And so I think what's happening is not that Trunks is going back in time. I think what's happening is that they're going through dimensions. Yeah. And they're going now to universe, whatever, I can't remember what Beerus' brother's name is, but they're going to Beerus' brother's Earth. And that's what Zamu, that was what his name is, Zamu has taken over. Him and Black have taken over. Is universe... whatever
12 in it,
whatever universe that is, I think they're taking over that planet, and that's what Beerus is going to be like. Damn it! I wished for this planet back, and now I jacked it all up. But I think what's going to happen is, in the end, Black and Zama, whatever his name is, are still going to be too strong for Goku, Trunks, and Vegeta. And in the end, when they're about to get killed, I think that little, like, the eldest Kai, or that little kid that's, like, above everybody, that little kid's going to come down and be like, why is everybody fighting? And then Goku's going to be like, get out of here, he's going to kill you. And that Goku's going to be like, he's not going to kill me, he can go suck a dick. And then he's going to be like, you stop fighting. And then he's like, you stop fighting. He's like, I like you. You're going to fight in this tournament in like however much time. Because that's what he did. He planned that from the end of the last tournament. He was like, this was fun. Let's have another tournament in a couple years or whatever. So I think that's what's going to end up happening. I think what's going to end up happening is that they're going to have a tournament style and Goku's going to have to fight Black and Zamu or whatever in the tournament. But I think some straight badass shit they should do is they should acknowledge GT and have GT be like another dimension that's going to fight in the tournament too.
Maybe.
That's what they should do too.
That could happen.
Because it'd be badass if you had like Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Blue
versus Super Saiyan 4.
Versus Super Saiyan 4.
Go Getter, Vegeta, or
whatever.
Vegito, whatever it is.
Get that in there. That'd be badass.
It'd be pretty cool, man.
Straight fire.
That would be
straight fire. And then they could make a whole bunch of funny situations where like, you know, Bulma from GT is trying to flirt with Vegeta from like Super. You know, some weird situations going on there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Vegeta in GT is like super peaceful.
Really?
Yeah.
I gotta watch GT.
Because GT, there was like, 10, 15 years of peace almost after Majin Buu. So Vegeta was just like super chill. He didn't have anything to do. He stopped training. Like he trained, but it was just like a regular workout anybody would do. Well, so he was still in shape, but like he was like, fuck it.
I saw a couple scenes, but I did remember seeing one scene where like there were these guys that were hitting on Pan. What's their name? Bra. They're hitting on Bra, and he was like, "That ain't happening." And so he like throws their car off the cliff or something.
Yeah. Yeah, like he was still him, but he was just way more chill because like there had been peace, and that was the problem. That like nobody had trained. Like Trunks used to be badass when he was little, but now he's grown up and he was like he couldn't do anything because
what happened to Gohan in that episode, in that series?
He was he settled down, had a family too.
But he's still all bitch man. Like
he's all bitch man. Yeah, in all the universes, he's all bitch man. Jeez, that hasn't changed. Which
I never understood the whole like he got that power unlocked and he was like stronger than Super Saiyan 3 Goku without having to go Super Saiyan.
Man,
that just never made sense to me.
He had that potential.
I guess, but to me it's just like if he went Super Saiyan 2 and then he did that like whatever it is, Ultimate Gohan or whatever it is, then it would make sense. But I don't know, it just doesn't make sense. But I guess there is a lot of instances in the series where they say that the Saiyan human mix is stronger than just a straight full-blood Saiyan.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. So, that's what I predict. So, if that happens, I'm going to straight up take this clip from this podcast and throw it on my Instagram every week, once a week, just to let people know what's up.
It has to be Captain Ginyu, man.
Is there anybody else in the series that has...
Unless it's... Me and my sister were talking about it. We're just throwing names out. We're like, what if it's just Dr. Gero?
Why would it be Dr. Gero?
Why wouldn't it be? He's the only one who hates Goku that much. Because he made that robot that was himself, but that failed. And he was supposed to... That thing was supposed to attack his heart.
What if it turns out it's that little blue dude? That's with Mai. He finds a way to take over Goku's body.
That'd be fucked up.
Because they haven't talked about him or the little dog ninja guy.
That'd be kind of fucked up.
They haven't talked about them at all. So it could be. I don't know. I mean, anybody. But at this point, they haven't really talked about a lot of people. So I don't know who it could be.
That'd be crazy. I'm still going Captain Ginyu.
I still think it might be Captain Ginyu. Because we don't really know what happened to him. We assume the frog got killed, but that dude survived being a frog, going and surviving the explosion of Namek and all kinds of stuff. So
I say, yeah, I thought that frog was on Earth.
He did. He made it back to Earth.
Yeah.
So, but I can't remember if he survived. He must have.
Also, if you watch the Cell Saga again, even on if you watch Dragon Ball Kai, you watch the Cell Saga, like you realize they really just screwed up that timeline, like every timeline, because like the Cell that came back isn't actually the original Cell that came back. He's like the fourth Cell that came back in time, and Trunks isn't the original Trunks that came back. He's like the fourth Trunks that came back in time.
You mean the one in Super is the fourth one?
The original one in Dragon Ball Z.
Oh, really?
That Trunks. Yeah, he's not the first Trunks that came back. He's like the 7th Trunks that came back. And that's like the 10th Cell that came back.
Yeah, the Dragon Ball universe's time traveling is really weird.
Yeah, but yeah, if you go back and watch that, just that part where like they show everything, and you're like, yeah, we're like 7 Trunkses in here, and we're like 10 cells in this thing.
Yeah, I think the best Trunks is still the long-haired one that went into the time chamber or the hyperbolic time chamber with Vegeta. That dude was brolic as hell. Like he was looking to just steal your girl.
Yeah, he probably did do that.
I gotta catch up because I have the Dragon boxes, and I think I'm on the second one. But geez, second Dragon box is episode 43 to 84. And then I still got Dragon box number 3 is 85 to 126. Dragon box 4 is 127 to 168. And I think that's just the beginning of the Cell Saga.
Yeah, so you're missing some, homie.
I'm missing 3.
Jeez.
There's over 800 episodes or something like that. And I get it. A lot of them are filler because I have been watching them and there is some filler stuff. But I kind of enjoy the filler. Because in filler, it reminds me of like Dragon Ball or what Dragon Ball Super is now, where there's a lot of funny, like quirky moments and stuff.
Yeah.
But it is a commitment where you're like watching 800 episodes of Dragon Ball Z.
That's a lot, man.
I still wanted to watch GT because I haven't really fully watched it.
You don't need to do that.
I mean, I don't have to because Super kind of takes over now.
Yeah. Definitely do not have to do that. I wouldn't recommend it. You're going to be like, what is this crap?
I might be that.
It did have a good ending, though.
GT?
Yeah, Goku died.
I saw that part, I think I saw the ending where Goku dies and he lays on the dragon or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I just always thought it was weird that he went back to a kid. That was a little weird. And then it made everything harder because apparently when you're a kid and you go Super Saiyan 3, you're still not like as strong as a Super Saiyan 3. Like that's, I guess, why Trunks and Goten, whenever they go tanks and then they go Super Saiyan 3, they're just like not that strong.
Yeah, they're not full grown.
But to me, it's just like you're saying human hybrid. You should be stronger. I don't know.
That's why they're able to do it, but like you're not fully matured. Especially them, they're like 9 and they're pulling that shit out.
That's hilarious. I always thought it was hilarious that episode when they like go Super Saiyan 3 and Piccolo just shits a baby because he's like, what? He's like, yeah, we watched him do it one time and we can do it now. I was like, yeah. It's like Gohan is just looking like shit now because he can't do anything.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that he can wipe his ass.
That's pretty much all he's good for now.
But there are some good scenes. Like, did you see the episode where Pan gets lost? Mm-hmm. That was a good episode. That was a kind of cute little episode. Yeah, Dragon Ball Super is doing good, man. I like it. Some people I think don't like it because it's too cartoony. But that's what it was from the beginning. Like, it was cartoony when it was Dragon Ball. I like that.
Yeah, people always want something serious, like super serious all the time. Like you can't.
Yeah, like Z was a little serious too much because then you had like 3 episodes of like even more of just straight tension drama, and power up and guys are just too strong. It was a little too much.
It's like you're watching Dawn of Justice. It's just like dark. Oh, hey, that's one joke maybe, but murder, dark.
That's why a little bit of me wishes that it ended at Cell. Because I like the stuff that happened in the Buu Saga, like the personal stuff, like Gohan going to school and stuff. But I feel like Cell was a good ending point, and I think it was supposed to end at Cell. Yeah. And they kept it going. But like Cell's power, I mean, if you really think about it, Cell is like the ultimate combination of all of the strongest stuff. He had all of their DNA. He can regenerate limbs. He had Goku's power set. He had all of their powers essentially. He had Tien's little triangle thing that turns out to be a square for some reason. He had the thing that Piccolo did to Raditz to kill him. He had Goku's Kamehameha wave. He had the regenerative ability of Piccolo too. And then he like if there was a cell of him left, he would regenerate, which is insane. So he was technically super strong, and the only way they could go further was just to have this super regenerative guy like Buu that literally is just paste that walks around and
he has 5 different forms.
Yeah, and he can absorb people via chocolate, but that's Cell. Cell did the same thing, except he absorbed people with like androids. But it's the same thing. So a little bit of me was like the Cell Saga was like the peak. So I don't know, man. But I think Super is doing good. It's doing good. I feel a little bad because Trunks looks like super emaciated. versus like how he was when he came. The one Trunks that came in and tried to fight Cell. That dude was huge, and people were pissed off.
He was
about
on a bulk.
Yeah, he was a hella bulk. And then when he went like what is it, Ascended Super Saiyan, like right before Super Saiyan 2, and they were all like swole. That was pretty interesting, but people were pretty pissed off about that. People were not happy about that.
Yeah.
Online, you see them and people are pissed off.
Yeah, people get mad about that stuff.
But
calm down, guys.
I like it. I like the funny, quirky stuff. I like the funny moments. You know, just a little dumb, quirky, like toony stuff. I think is funny.
Yeah, the funniest shit still is when they called out the dragon to learn about what they're learning about something.
They want to know how to go Super Saiyan God.
Yeah, and then he's like, "Oh, why'd you call me out?" The Eternal Dragon's all acting all hard, and then he looks around. He's like, "What? Wait, is that Beerus?" And he's like, "What's up?" He's like, "Oh, hey, Lord Beerus, what brings you here this fine day?" He's like, "Shut the fuck up! Give me the information I need, homie." He's like, "All right."
See, I'm the opposite. I didn't like that because I thought the Eternal Dragon was supposed to be essentially like a spirit, like nothing's supposed to bother him, you know. I like the fact that Vegeta was a little bit of a bitch with Beerus. I did like that. Hilarious too. That was all hilarious. But Shenron is like, what does Shenron care?
I don't know. That's why it was funny. I was just like, why would it matter to him? He's just the spirit in the Dragon Balls. But he's like, what? Who's that? Why are you here? What
if I am going to nitpick things, though, I will say I did not like the Universal Dragon.
Yeah.
People were hating on that thing. And the funniest comment I saw was like people saying that comparing it to Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah, it looked like Sky for the Sky Dragon. Or not the Sky for Dragon.
The Blue Eyes White Dragon, the gold version.
The gold version one.
I was like, yeah, that does not look good. Like, the Dragon Ball Z Shenron was very traditional Chinese dragon, which makes sense. You know, Goku is essentially the Monkey King in Chinese lore. It makes sense for it to have a Chinese influence style dragon. When you went to Namek, Porunga, is that his name?
Yeah.
He kind of made sense. Because,
you know, that's why you can't do math, because you can remember all the dragon names.
The dragon names, yeah. So, that and Donkey Kong. Porunga made kind of sense because the Mechians were a little weird. You know, little weird creatures, kind of. But then you get to the Universal Dragon, and I'm like, why does it look like some Yu-Gi-Oh! Dragon? Like, who did the animation for this thing? It's not a good-looking dragon. It's kind of like almost like a Japanese mixed with like a European dragon, with some Yu-Gi-Oh! Squaring.
Yeah, there's that. I forget what the other one was, because there's the 3 Egyptian god cards. I don't remember the other one. It's not Skyfer. Skyfer's a red one. And then there's Obelisk. He's a blue, like, statue guy.
Yes, Obelisk, the Tormentor, Slifer, the Sky Dragon.
And then there's the other one. And the other one...
Phoenix. The Phoenix
Yeah, it's the Phoenix one. And that's what his animation almost is. It's like they recycled some of that shit. Tornado was like, hey, can I use some of that?
Can I borrow that a little bit? Just for one scene?
Bit? Yeah. Give me some of those. Like, hey, your rough drafts are good. Do you mind if I take some of that? Some of those? It's like, no, man, take it all.
Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of it. But so overall, though, I do think Super's doing good, which is freaking hilarious. I can't believe that they are not airing it here in the U.S. yet.
They do that, man. That's just like you have to wait for Naruto.
But my thing is just like, dude, you're intentionally losing out on money because people are torrenting it, people are uploading it to YouTube, people are uploading it to all these other sites.
You know, there's weird people who will not watch it in Japanese.
Why?
They're weird that way.
But see, it's not like we're watching it in Japanese. Some dude is translating it.
But they won't watch it that way.
They want to see it in English?
They want to see it in English. They want it dubbed. Like, I'll never forget, I was going to college, and I was like... And I forget what I had on. I had like a shirt on or something, a Naruto shirt. And this one dude's like, oh man, you're into Naruto too? I'm like, yeah. I'm all about that. And he's like, yeah, me too. I'm like, oh, you read the manga that comes out on Wednesdays? Or like Thursdays, whatever day it is? He's like, no. I'm like, how are you all about it if you're not reading that shit coming straight from Japan?
That's weird.
And I'm like, well, do you watch the ones from Japan? Like the sub ones? He's like, nah. I'm like, bro, you're barely on like episode 25 here in America. I'm like on episode 200. Like, what do you... I don't even know what to tell you right now. Like, you're still on the first saga.
I feel like they're messing up, man, because like I have to watch them on YouTube or whatever, but if they came out with like a DVD box set or whatever, like I'd buy it, You know, as it is, I'm collecting the old ones. So they're losing out on a lot of money.
You know what pisses me off when I try to go find it on YouTube, and then I click on one, and then I start watching it, and then it has no subs at all. I'm like, who the fuck is just putting this up here with no subs for like any nation at all?
Hey, do that.
It's
That's
like-
why you
it's
gotta.
like-
That's why you gotta like type in the episode number.
Yeah.
And then you gotta make sure you look at how long the video is, because if it's not like over like 18 minutes
Yeah.
or less or whatever, like it's not the right thing.
Yeah.
And if it's like 23 seconds, it's just like a teaser or
Yeah.
some. Or if it's like if it's a, you know what pisses me off, when you post it on there and then you click on it, it's their like review of the episode.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck what you
care. I want to see the episode. You got to look for that, and you got to look for English subtitles.
Yeah, it's always funny when.
And you got to get on that tip real quick. Like you got to get on that Sunday like morning or Sunday afternoon, because YouTube will flag those and take those down real quick, which is irritating, man. Because it's like, dude, us in America want to see them too. Like I understand it's a Japanese property, but at the same time, it's like, come on, man. You guys are already coming out with figures. You know what I mean? Like let's get this going. Let's pop it out over here too.
Yeah.
The problem is I think they don't have a distributor out here, and they got to redub it, and we got to do all that. I'm like, look, man, it's not that hard for you to find an English translator just to subtitle it.
They probably want the original guys to do it, but
they're probably holding out too.
They're probably holding out. But yeah, they probably have to find a distributor for it here. I know, like we like they couldn't show Gundam series for the longest time here in America because they didn't have the distributor, but they finally found one, so they got the new series here in America. But they don't have a manga for that one, which is really weird. It's really weird when animes don't have mangas, because that's almost like the storyboard for it. So when you get the anime,
is the manga available now for Super? Can you go to like Barnes and Noble and get it?
I don't think so. I don't think that has one.
It has to. How old is Toriyama now?
I think he's 100.
Dude, he's been around for a while. He did the art for Dragon Warrior 1 on the Nintendo.
Yeah, man, that's what I'm saying. He's like 100. He has to be in his 60s at least.
And it was really funny because like Dragon Ball took off, and then Dragon Ball Z took like off like crazy. But then it seemed like he wanted to do something else. Like he was like over it. And I'm like, dude, you've got like a huge cult following. Why wouldn't you keep this going? You know what I mean?
Some people are like that, man. They get tired of the same thing.
I guess like a lot of people are like, I don't want to be known for one thing. But to me, it's just kind of like, shh, come on, dude. Yeah, so he did the art for Chrono Trigger, which in the Super Nintendo, which people
love that.
People say that's like the most epic, one of the first epic ones. But he did all the drawings. This girl is insane. He did the art for all the Dragon Quests for like Super Nintendo. Like he's done a lot of them. Is he the writer too, or is he just, the artist though? Because he owns Dragon Ball Z, right? Mm-hmm. He owns Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z. So is he the writer as well?
He probably is, yeah. So Vegeta always gets beat up.
Yeah, he doesn't like Vegeta. Yeah, he's 61.
Yeah, I told you. He has to be in his 60s.
Yeah. I just Googled it. All right, man. Anything you want to leave these fine people with? Anything you want to leave these savages with?
Normally, I would tell you.
Hoes be like, or what is it?
What makes you a hoe? But I ain't got nothing. I've been so preoccupied with Doctor Strange and his mystical arts that it's completely taken over my life. So I guess what makes you a hoe is if something happened to you, let's say, I don't know, just off the top of my head, you get some upgraded tickets to a baseball game when your friend got you some tickets after working 40 hours when he's only supposed to be working 35. But who's counting really? And he doesn't tell you about those things till an hour later. That probably makes you a hoe. Probably definitely makes you a hoe.
So you're calling Doctor Strange a hoe, huh?
Yeah, his hoe magic, his mystical arts. He can go. He can go take the Eye of Agamemnon and the Chains of Sidorak and go fight Dormammu.
Well, there you go. All right, ladies and gents. Once again, links for everything down below. Other podcasts. Link to a site where you can download this on audio format.
It's perfectly legal.
That's right. Make sure that you hit a like, Leave a comment just so we know what you guys like. If there's topics or things you want us to review, maybe we should do like a current event section. Let us know.
Oh, we didn't go to Urban Dictionary.
Oh, we didn't give you guys an Urban Dictionary. We'll do that. We'll do 2 next week. And we will see you guys next time. Peace.